An intriguing project to look at today. I'm going to call it a project rather than a book because it is so much more than just a book. Ravi Thornton, whose graphic novel The Tale of Bryn and Bent and Minnow Marylebone has already featured on my blog here, has a new project which is called Hoax. It has two main strands. One of these is a musical, which was performed up in Manchester recently, and the other strand is a graphic novel called Hoax Psychosis Blues. And the root of this project is very personal for Ravi. Her brother suffered from schizophrenia and very sadly committed suicide. And she took inspiration from the poetry that he wrote whilst he was dealing with his illness, and one poem in particular called Hoax. And from this, she's been able to draw an amazing array of visual talent together. And the graphic novel features people like Julian Hanshaw, Brian Talbot are two artists who've already featured on my blog here, and a whole raft of others. Hopefully through the wonders of technology I'll be able to show you some of the artwork as we go through, because I don't have a book to hold up to show you. What Ravi wanted to do was for some of the proceeds of the book to go to charity, to mental health charity, and because traditional publishing would only have allowed her to basically give her own royalty to the charity, she decided to set up her own publishing company called Ziggys Wish, and it's through that she's publishing the book. It's well worth having a look at their website. There's very, very clear and transparent pricing to show you how much of the money goes to where and to what, and you'll be able to see that a big section of the money will be going towards the charitable work, which is obviously fantastic to see. The book itself, as I said, takes inspiration from her brother's poetry, and what's extraordinary, I think, because of using a series of different artists, you get a real insight into the different ways in which the illness is felt by her brother Rob, and also by her and the people around him. And it seems to me an incredibly clever way of looking at a disease like schizophrenia. The artwork throughout is incredibly varied, and here is some of it now. And it shows very different aspects of the disease. And there is something very, very personal about reading his poetry and his way of trying to express what it felt like to try and live with what was obviously a crippling mental state. So therefore, as I say, a really, really interesting project. She's an incredibly creative person, Ravi, so if you ever want to find out more about what she's doing, you can follow her on Twitter and find out more through the website Ziggys Wish, or through a website of her own. Well worth taking a look at. And as I say, this book is an extraordinary collection of talent, all trying to express something which I think is very much worth expressing. So there we go. That is Hoax, a very exciting project. Next, I'll be talking to you about a couple of second novels from authors I previously read. So I'll see you then. Take care.